Sorry.
I see. You just record whenever you want. Oh, okay. We're starting.
Yeah,
Here
right
we
now.
are.
No time for yibber yabber, apparently.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
absolutely not. That's okay.
Since I
That's
didn't
okay.
float too hot.
Yeah. No, that's fine.
Could have done that before.
Cold coffee is my favorite kind of coffee.
Not room temperature.
Gotta be cold, but not like
How's that
iced
cold?
coffee.
How'd you cool that down?
It's just been sitting here. I just haven't. I've been blowing on it and touching it and moving it around. And it cooled off, but no, it can't be cold like iced. It's gotta be like you have to just let it get there on its own naturally.
All right, I feel you.
That's when it's at its best, really.
I respect that.
Day old coffee is my favorite coffee.
Day old rice is my favorite rice.
For real?
Yeah,
That's a real thing?
yeah.
Oh,
It's the best rice for fried rice.
day old pizza is my favorite day old thing.
Yeah. Do
Or-
you microwave it or do you eat it cold?
Oh no, cold. It's gotta be
Okay.
from the fridge,
Oh yeah.
straight out the fridge,
Okay. What do you get on a
like
pizza?
straight out of fridge. What?
What do you put on your pizzas?
Cheese.
That's it.
I mean, like it depends on where it's from, and it depends on.
Hit me with some examples.
Okay, well, the only pizza place we've talked about this before, but the only pizza place that I'll eat at is Pizza King.
It's the only one.
Yeah.
You won't eat any other pizza.
I mean, I will eat it, but like if I'm paying for it, I'm not going anywhere else besides Pizza King.
Spoken like a real man.
Oh yeah, spoken like a real Indiana man. I actually just found out that Pizza King's only available in Indiana. It's
So
like,
is Arnie's.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that. That's crazy. But yeah, no, I'll only go to Pizza King, and Pizza King, I will be more adventurous than other places.
Okay.
If I'm being totally honest. My favorite thing is I'll just get green peppers on it because Olivia
Green
gets
peppers
green
are tight.
peppers and mushrooms.
Okay. Do you not like mushrooms?
Not on a pizza. Not
on
well.
pizza?
The way they make it, they have huge chunks and they put it in like raw and it just gets slimy. It's
Okay.
real bad.
All right.
Not a fan. No seasonings. Nothing on it.
Would you say you are afraid of slimy mushrooms?
I will not say that I'm afraid, but that was a beautiful segue. I appreciate that so much. That was that
How
was
many
so
awful segues can we do?
good. I don't know. Let's find out.
At least one an episode. Easy.
But you're right. It is Spooktober, as the kids say online.
Tis spoopy.
Spooktober. So
heard
yeah,
that
I mean, I know you, and I know that you're afraid of a lot of things,
I wouldn't say a lot, just everything.
just everything. So I just want to hear you talk about all the things you're afraid of.
I mean, well, start with a story.
Start with a story. Go ahead. What you got?
We were at the City Museum this weekend in St. Louis. Okay. 10-story tall building, Ferris wheel on the top.
Yeah. Hold on. What's the Ferris wheel again? Oh, I was thinking of Carousel.
Yeah, no.
Not
Take
the one
that,
with the horses.
flip it sideways.
Yeah. Okay. The one that sits up and down. The famous one that's in like California or whatever,
Sure, yeah.
or New York.
So
The Coney Island one, wherever that's at.
that's east.
East. I don't know, but I know what you're
Okay.
talking about now.
All right,
A Ferris
gotcha.
wheel goes up and
Yep.
down.
Yeah, and it's terrifying.
It's terrifying.
I don't like heights.
Oh, okay. So you're afraid of heights.
Dude, I don't like amusement park rides in general. I don't want to be off the ground. I'm a fan of the ground.
Oh, okay.
It works well. It does its job perfectly.
It's kept me safe up until this point.
Yeah, I've never stepped in a sinkhole, so I'm doing good.
All right.
So, and it looks like it is just cooking when you're on the ground. And this thing just looks like it's flying, like people are blurry.
Really?
I might be exaggerating.
Okay.
a
I was
little bit,
like,
but
how's that like safe?
that was my thought. And we did go on the Ferris wheel.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We did to the top. As they're loading people on, they rotate you up. We're the first people on. We end up at the very top.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Well, hold on. How tall is the building? 10 stories.
10 stories.
And then on top of a Ferris wheel.
Yep. When it's basically like another story up is then where the Ferris wheel is. So we're like 12 stories in the air.
Nice.
And this is just one story about it.
Oh, that's it.
No.
Okay. I was like,
So we get to
are
the
you done?
top.
You just went up in it.
And the
Congratulations.
entire time, just freaking out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't like it one bit. The worst part is because it's just real slow while they're putting people on. You just get to the top.
It's one of those things where like they don't stop, right? Like you kind of like hop on
Oh,
while
no,
it's
it
still
stops.
going. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it
I went on one like when I was
like
a
a ski
kid.
lift.
Yeah, I went on one when I was a kid, and I swear it was like ski lift style. Like it did not stop, and I just like they're like, all right, how many you got? And we're like 6, and they're like, you better hurry your asses up, get on there. It's going without you.
It's terrifying. But we did to the top, and the whole time I'm like, I don't want to do this. I regret doing this. Not a fan.
Yeah.
And
Did
Katie's
you pay
like,
to get on it?
No, it was part
Oh,
of
okay.
the
Well, then
thing,
good.
so it's not too bad. And Katie's like, stop being a wiener, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, what's new? And then it starts going, and it's really not that bad, but it's the anticipation. It's waiting for it to happen. I don't like it.
Waiting for what to happen? To get to the top?
Anything. Just, I don't like amusement parks. I don't like not being in control of the movement. So, you know, like most roller coasters, real slow going up.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
my
yeah.
least favorite part.
Oh, so yeah, just the anticipation then.
Mm-hmm.
I love roller coasters. I love amusement parks. I love Ferris wheels. I love being in high places.
How do you love a Ferris wheel if you don't know what one is?
My stupidity is not is not like not having knowledge. It's confusion.
Okay.
But no,
That's a shitty power.
Yeah, right. Yeah, no, it's not great. I just thought I had a response for that, but I don't. But no, like I'm the exact opposite. I love heights. I like going up in skyscrapers. I think it's the coolest thing. We went to New York a couple of years ago and went in like the New World Trade Center and stuff like that. I can't remember how many stories it is, but they do this cool like show where there's like a projector on the wall and they're like talking about like the Twin Towers and like, you know, like 9/11, stuff like that. It was super sad, and then it gets really dramatic and it builds it up and talks about like the building of the new building, and then like the wall that the projector is on opens and it is the window and you're on the top floor, and it was like the most mind-blowing thing. It was so cool.
It's not necessarily heights. Like, I don't mind being on a tall building. I just
The movement plus
movement.
the height.
Yeah, I just don't drive. It's
I
not
understand
for me.
that. Well, see, I also like roller coasters where like we went to the one at Universal Studios where it's like 6 stories straight down.
Nope.
Oh my god, that was like the coolest thing ever.
No,
No.
not enough pants in the world for that.
I actually have one more skyscraper story. Is we
Yeah.
went to California, and I cannot remember the name of the building. It's super cool. It's like all glass exterior, you know, outside, you know, it's all glass, like whatever. And it's like the 40th floor or something like that. There's actually a slide made entirely of glass, and so it looks like kind of the windows just like continue outside of the building, and it's like it goes, I believe, 2 stories down, and it goes from like one edge of the building all the way around to the other side of the building.
Holy crap.
But it's totally glass, so you can look down and you're actually like suspended off the side of the building, and they give you like a little carpet that you can ride on to make it really fast, and you can like ride up on the wall.
Is that to soak up the piss?
Yeah. No, but it's really cool, and I thought that was the coolest thing. It was so cool, but it was really expensive. Yeah.
See, they had a 10-story slide at the City Museum.
Oh yeah.
So we all get up there, go up all the stairs, when there's a goddamn elevator we could have used.
Wait, so why did you use the stairs then?
Because the elevator was a little bit far away from where we were currently at.
Nice.
So we did all the way up there. We're like, all right, everyone's going. Troy goes, then Courtney goes, then Katie goes. And I'm just dreading it the whole time. I get up to it and I start talking to the guy running. I'm like, how fast do you go on this thing? And he probably thought I was like a speed demon or like something like that. He's like, oh, dude, you fucking...
He's like, when you go, you probably get up to 25 miles per hour in this sucker.
Yeah, he's like, you're fucking cooking. You get down there in like 10 seconds. Where's the elevator?
You didn't go?
Nope.
Oh, Corey.
No, and I know once I got on it, it probably wouldn't have been that bad.
No, it really
But it's
isn't that bad.
That tiny little gap between not on it, 2 on it. Can't do.
The like 3, 2, 1 anticipation. It's so it's just you're just afraid of anticipation.
I'm afraid of it. Yeah,
That's
fair.
it. It's like suspense.
Well, I wouldn't have enjoyed
The fear of the unknown.
That's fair. That's why I don't like the dark.
You don't like the okay, so segue. You don't like the dark either?
Nope.
Like the dark as in like okay, so just elaborate.
So mainly, if there's a door in my home that is open into a dark room, I don't fuck with it.
You just so you're like your electricity bill is just like through the roof. All the lights are on all the time.
No, I just close the door.
You're like that meme that I've seen like on the internet so many times where it's like, you know, once they got into space, they realized that ink pens don't work because of the gravity. So NASA spent billions of dollars and years of research to create a pen that works in 0 gravity, and the Russians just used a pencil. Like that's like what this just was. I'm like, oh, so your electricity bill must be crazy. You just turn on all the lights all the time. You're like, no, I just closed the fucking door.
Not that bad.
Idiot! I just closed the fucking. I'm not afraid of what's on the other side. What's out of sight, out of mind, dude.
Exactly.
I don't care.
I still want to look into dark. That's weird.
So like driving at night doesn't bother you?
I'm not a fan, but I'm not scared of it.
But there's like lights.
Yeah. I use my brights more than I should. But that's more of a blind thing.
Okay. I'm actually, I'm not going to say that I'm like not afraid of the dark, but I'm definitely not afraid of the dark in my own home. I've always got that like in the back of my head that like I locked my front door, so like I know there's nothing going on.
Yeah, but you know what doesn't use the front door?
What?
Ghost. Other spooky things.
What? Hold on, elaborate on that. What are other spooky things?
Anything.
Anything
at all.
So I'm not afraid of ghosts because I can't. I would never be able to understand what a ghost would want with me. I don't do anything.
And that's the problem.
Why is that the
They're
problem?
like, you need to cherish your life.
Well, so it would just be like my therapist.
Yeah, but what if it's violent?
If it's violent, then it's just gonna kick the shit out of me and I'll just move.
Oh, it's spooky. I don't like spooky.
I mean, I can understand.
I don't
that.
watch scary movies. Don't
That-
do anything scary, really. I
As
don't
a-
like snakes. Those are my least favorite.
Counterpoint, they're my favorite movies. They're scary
Yeah, you're a
movies.
fucking weirdo.
I love it. My favorite movie of all time is The Descent. If you haven't seen The Descent, watch it.
No.
It's incredible. I literally just heard, even though this movie's like 10 years old, that they made a sequel.
Oh,
My
shit.
dad was over there the other day and he told me, hey, have you seen The Descent 2? And I'm like, oh my god, there's the second one. So that's what I'm going to be watching very soon. But it's one of my favorite movies. It's like, it just combines like a whole bunch of fears like all together. It's like
Okay.
they all go into like a cave together, like spelunking, and then they get trapped in the cave in the
Okay.
dark. And then there's like monsters down there. So it's just
Yeah.
like this huge like, yeah.
I watched a movie similar to that recently, but they were hunting for like some artifact in the Middle East, and yada yada, and they end up in hell somehow.
What?
Yeah, it's mind fucking.
Huh.
I don't know. I really like the Blair Witch Project,
Oh, yes.
the first Paranormal Activity,
Yes.
and that's where the line stops.
That's
the
it.
end of the list.
I wouldn't even call either of those horror movies.
That's why I like them.
The one is a mockumentary. Actually, they're both mockumentaries.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much it.
But the Paranormal Activity is hilarious when he rips the bitch out of the bed.
I remember seeing that with you for the first time, and like the end of it, you could not stop talking about how bad it was, only because of the escalations. I don't know why, I'll never forget this, but you're like, this movie was so bad because of the escalation. You're like, first it's like, it moves something, and then like, it makes a noise, and then all of a sudden, it's ripping you out your fucking bed and like punching you on the head. Like, there was no like, there wasn't time for you to like react.
There wasn't a build-up at all.
Yeah, like you're watching. I remember the scene, and like yeah, like it slowly pulls the bed sheet off, and you're like, "Oh, the ghost is fucking with him." And then like they look over, and then yanked right out the bed and down the hall and like down the stairs, and you're like, "Oh, okay." Like so, it's for real. Like you're gonna die.
They don't even like make you scared of it because it's happening right now. It's not
Yeah.
like a jump scare.
Yeah. Well, that's the fear. It's like, whoa, where did this come from?
I thought it was really tie your shoes together since we're doing such little
Wait, she's asleep.
pity prank shit. Women are weird.
Yeah, she's just sleeping in her shoes. I don't know, man.
Who knows? So
All right.
snakes.
Oh, so you mentioned snakes. I want to hear this.
They have no legs.
Okay, that's like point number one.
They move without feet.
They have no legs.
Yep.
Therefore, they're scary.
Terrified.
All right.
They shouldn't be able to move.
Okay. Except like their entire body is like 99% muscles.
Okay, and they have no legs. Counterpoint.
That's what I mean. Like they've adapted to that. They're just nothing but muscles, so they
Yeah,
can
they just shouldn't
they
exist.
can move by sheer willpower and just wiggling hard enough.
Did you ever watch Animal Planet? Like the oddly early Animal Planet, like 6 a.m. Animal Planet?
You're gonna have to give me like a show name.
I wish I could.
Oh, okay. I mean, when I was a
There
kid,
was-
I watched a lot of Animal Planet.
Some strange shows, and one I remember was all about Australian things. Okay?
Like the 64 scariest Australian whatever. It's on Netflix or Hulu or whatever. I have seen that.
But there's a scene, okay, where they talk about snakes coming up the fucking toilet.
Coming up the toilet.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Going from not in your house through the toilet to inside your house.
So hold on, but is this a real thing
It happened
in Australia?
in Australia.
Okay.
where things are just as real as here.
Well, you kind of have
some fairy tale land.
It is though. You know why? Because they all talk like nonsensical. They always call it the down under. I'm pretty sure that the upside down from Stranger Things is just Australia.
I mean, it's so much less spoopy.
That makes it like scarier to me. But the best thing about Australia is that I don't have to go there. So
true.
like, if I probably had a fear, it'd probably just be like Australia, just being there, and, like of all the horrible things that are there, the kangaroos that'll beat the shit out of you, the giant snakes, spiders.
You don't want to go 10 rounds with a kangaroo?
I really don't. I'd go a half a round because it would kill me. It would murder me.
That's fair. They are scary.
They have the sharks. They have the octopus that has like the venom. They have those. What do they call those things? It's like a ring something.
Koalas.
No, ring. Koalas have HIV.
Wait, no shit.
Yeah. If you go to one of those things where you take a picture with a koala, like you know how like all famous people for some reason that's like a thing that famous people do. It's like that's like when you're on your rise to stardom. It's like, well, you have to go get your photo taken with a koala.
Yeah, you sell your soul to the koala, takes you the rest of the way.
Exactly. That's how you solidify. All the most famous people that I can think of right now have taken a picture with a koala. Harry Styles has taken a picture with a koala. Lady Gaga has taken a picture with a koala.
Lady Gaga probably owns koalas. I bet that bitch eats koalas.
Leo DiCaprio has taken a picture of the koala. I don't know why, those are the three most famous people that has popped into my head.
Not like Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
No, you know what?
Highest paid actor right now.
I guarantee you he's taking a picture with a koala at some point.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm gonna find it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put it on our Twitter. I'll find it.
Please.
Nothing but koala photos for the next couple of days.
Collages of koalas.
Anyway, koalas have like hepatitis or like HIV or some horrible disease.
Those are two very different things.
I'm saying some horrible disease. I don't know which
really
one.
bad H thing.
Something that starts with an H
Okay.
that's really bad that people can get. And basically after you touch a koala, they like sterilize your entire body. Like you have to like take a special bath or something.
Damn.
Or at least I've read. I'm probably just fear-mongering like bullshit right now, but I'm pretty sure
Is that the whole point of having a podcast?
absolutely. It's just fear-mongering, right? Snakes are going to come up through your toilet and eat your asshole, and koalas have HIV.
So not the snakes. So that instilled a fear where instead of sitting on the toilet, which is supposed to be the comfiest seat in your entire house,
Yeah.
I would just crouch over it.
You hover
I hover.
over your toilet at your own home?
Yep.
I'm never more relaxed than when I'm sitting on the toilet.
Yeah. So
Maybe, or I take it back, when I'm sleeping probably, but...
that happens. Kind of forgot about it. Stopped watching Animal Planet. Moved on. And then Snape's on a motherfucking plane comes out.
Yeah?
You've seen that movie, right?
No.
Okay.
Hold on, real quick.
Yeah.
Why do I need to see this movie? It's in the title. It's snakes on a plane. I know
Because
what happens.
they didn't warn you about this one scene where the snake is in the toilet on the fucking plane.
That's what I'm saying, though, is like you give me the title, and I can pretty much imagine every horrible scenario that they could possibly think of for snakes being released on a plane.
Well, snake in the toilet eats a dude's dick.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Oh, God. Now I'm glad I didn't see this movie.
Yep. Terrifying. So, next couple months after, I solely pissed in the bathtub. Yeah.
That's not a joke?
No.
Oh, God. What'd you do for poo? For number 2.
You hover and you stare.
you're like I'm imagining you like facing the tank on the toilet and like hovering so that way you have like the momentum that if you need to just throw yourself backwards you can just like dodge.
you do a pre-flush to stare around.
You're flushing constantly. You're like pooping like every time. It's like ploop flush, ploop flush. So in case he's waiting for you, you're like, nope, you're not gonna get me, motherfucking snake.
So yeah, so that was terrifying. And then I was, pretty over it for a while. Again, finally, thought I grew up a little bit.
Sure.
Moving with Katie, and then about to go to poop, walking into the bathroom, closing the door, and she starts making fucking snake sounds. Yep, and then back to hovering. Swings the thighs.
Well, I mean, yeah, I was gonna say, at least you're probably built as fuck from the waist down.
I just Need a hip.
I mean, like glutes, thighs, like calves, even like just that hover. Like what do they call those?
Why you lean? You post up on the wall.
What do they call those?
Like crunches, squats,
wall sits, or
wall
something
sits.
like that.
Yeah, but I don't know. Yeah, I think wall sits.
Something like that.
I've never gone to the gym.
Oh, me neither. But I'm just trying to make conversation. Jesus.
Yeah.
Anyway, what else are you afraid of?
Well, the snakes are bad. The snakes are the worst, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like after this conversation tonight, probably gonna be scared to take shit when I go.
I'm sorry to do this to you. I'm like, it's Halloween. It's a thing.
I've been preparing for it.
I was gonna say it's Halloween. It's all about fears, right? It's spooktober.
The dark.
The dark.
The dark. I like snakes.
Snakes. You said that.
Movies.
Scary movies.
No, just movies. Just scared
Oh,
of
just
movies.
You're just terrified of movies, dude. Don't put me in a fucking theater.
I can't watch something longer than 45 minutes. Like 2-parter TV shows, I can handle.
I thought you were going to bring up like another fear, but no, you're still talking about the movies.
I need the commercial break.
I need commercial breaks. I gotta pee.
The inner city.
The inner city?
Mm-hmm.
Like downtown Lafayette or like downtown Chicago?
Chicago, Indy, St. Louis.
Indianapolis?
Indianapolis.
St. Louis?
Yeah. Places I don't know.
What about... Oh, so is it... So like towns you don't know? Or is it like just downtowns in general?
Downtowns in general.
What about a downtown is scary?
Well, that's where the bad people are.
That's where I live.
This
That's
doesn't
where you
count.
live.
This doesn't count. I'm Lafayette.
Oh. Well,
It need to be a big area.
it needs to be like a big town.
Yeah, like where people get shot every day. I don't want to be one of those.
So like you're talking like New York City, where there's like a homicide like once a day.
New York City, so I don't know.
But I'm just saying, like a place like that where there's like homicides like once a day.
Yeah, like St. Louis was kind of scary.
What about it was scary?
It was just like weird rundown area, people on the road that don't look pleasant.
People that don't look pleasant are what's scary to you.
Yeah.
Julius, my brother Julius, is actually afraid of homeless people. Like that's what he's afraid of. And he'll never admit it. Even listening to this, he listens to all of them. Thank you so much, my one fan here. He'll deny it, but he's afraid of homeless people. Every time we go to like Indianapolis or Chicago, he always is like he'll point them out like blocks ahead, and he'll say things like we can't go this way.
We should cross the street.
We should cross the street, and I'm like, why? And like I want him to say it, but he'll never admit it. He'll be like, I just don't want to be near him. I'm like, why? I'm like, at most he's gonna ask for some change, and you know what? I don't have change. I don't have any money. Like I don't ever have money. I'm for one, I'm poor, and for two, I just carry around little pieces of plastic. I don't like deal with paper.
Malnourished words I can't say right now.
Yeah, malnourished, whatever.
Yeah,
they're all like gangly looking and scary, and like they're like unkempt. But that's because they're homeless.
Yeah, they're gonna come after you, and you're like, well.
They're not going to come after you.
I'll run this block, and you'll be like, I haven't eaten in a week. I quit.
If a homeless person's coming after you, it's so they can get arrested, so they can have a free place to sleep for the
They
night.
just like walk around with their dick out.
That's what I mean. That's why homeless people do those things. So like, no homeless person is actually like coming after you to actually hurt you, or because they expect to get anything out of you.
What's your sample size for this information?
Sample size?
Yeah. How many people did you ask?
Every homeless person I've ever dealt with. It's always
asked
spare change, and I just say, I don't have any, man. They go, hey, God bless you, thanks. I'm like, sweet, dude. You keep living your best life. I mean, out on the streets, and I'll live my best life almost out on the streets.
Didn't you say that to them?
Yes.
Every time?
I mean, not every time, but the majority of the time.
That whole little speech.
I just talk to them, man. They're normal people. They're just down on their luck. Yeah. That's what I mean.
I'm
There's no reason
saying that they're not normal people.
I mean, I'm not saying.
I don't know if every person that you come upon that's homeless, you have that little.
Oh no! I mean, I have before, yeah. But like, that's what I mean. I'm just mainly talking just to Julius now. There's no need to be afraid of them.
Yeah, you weirdo.
But there's no need to be afraid of them because they're just people.
I'm scared of you.
Yeah, right. I mean,
dogs.
I was gonna say it's like a wild animal, like a rabbit or something.
Oh yeah.
They're sitting there thinking to themselves, like, should I ask this guy for change? I don't know. He could beat the shit out of me. And then they risk it and they say, spare change. They don't know if you're going to whip out a gun and just pistol whip the hell out of them.
Yeah. Oh, middle-class white person. He can get away with whatever he wants.
Oh, yeah. That's the best part about being white, is the fear that people have of me that I can get away with whatever I want. I'll never use that, but it's nice knowing that.
I don't actually believe that's a thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, totally.
At least in my life.
I mean, not in your life because we're poor, but rich white people can get away with whatever they want.
Yeah, that's fair. Keep your dreams up there.
Oh, yeah. I'll say once I'm rich, I mean, oh, God. Are you kidding? Well, once I'm rich, if I ever get rich, then, oh, yeah, I'm going to let loose. You kidding me? Because I can do whatever I want.
Just piss on everything.
Absolutely. If I have to use the bathroom, the world is my toilet. All right? The world is my toilet. I'm peeing right now.
Fair.
Anyway, we're getting off topic. What else are you afraid of? Do you have anything else?
Do you have anything?
Do I have anything?
Yeah.
Okay, so...
Do you have a single fear?
Well, so I was gonna wait because I knew that your list was a lot longer than mine. So the things I'm afraid of are like I'm not saying your fears are by any means rational, but mine are definitely very irrational. Like I only have irrational fears. Like so I would only say that I'm really afraid of two things, and one of them is gonna just like be very obvious, and it's like basically being like put in any kind of a danger, I guess, or like my family being put in any kind of a danger. So that makes me kind of afraid, I guess. So like, I mean, like I've got a baby, so whenever she makes weird noises or she starts like choking on something, whatever, like that, like
or
that's...
you're in the car and a lady's driving.
No. A lady or my wife?
Just any lady.
I say like I only let my wife drive and I trust her, so...
That's fair. So every other person on the streets, you don't let them drive?
Oh, no. Absolutely not. We had a whole episode about this. I don't trust anybody else driving.
That's fair.
Just myself. And then really my only other fear, besides just like I said, the very obvious fear of being put in any kind of danger, is, I don't know why, but ever since I found out what appendicitis is, I have been so fucking scared of having appendicitis. I don't know why. It's like, okay, so like, hold on, let me explain it to you in a way that like my brain organizes it that makes me afraid of it,
This
right?
makes me feel a lot better about snakes.
Okay, well, good, okay? Because like, okay, so the way it was explained to me is like, so you're gonna get a stomach ache one day, and like, it just feels like a regular old stomach ache, except it doesn't go away, and it slowly just gets worse and worse and worse, and the pain moves inside of you. It starts on like one side and it works your way over to your belly button, they say, and then it like bursts. Yep. One of your organs bursts inside of you and like leaks like literally infected like gross stuff all over your insides, and if you don't get it taken out soon enough, you die. It like just like literally ruins your body. And so like you have a ticking time bomb inside of you that you don't know that that's for sure what it... Basically every time I have a stomach ache, I just like I go full panic mode. I cry. I've got like 911 already typed out on my phone ready to hit it
as soon as it moves.
Oh God, it's I don't know why, and like I'm sweating, and then I'm like, is this part of it? Is this the appendicitis? Is it like the sweating? And like, I don't know. Like that is definitely my biggest fear.
Are you afraid of like brain aneurysms?
Oh fuck no. Because that'll kill me. I don't care about that.
It's well, the appendicitis.
It's like you said. It's the suspense, the build up. It's like, so if I have a brain aneurysm, it's like that. I'm dead, right? I don't have time to think about it. Done, right? If you have a heart attack, that's even less time than appendicitis, right? It's like, oh shit, I'm having a heart attack. I'm dead, right? Done. You have about enough time to realize you're having a heart attack, and you're dead. Stroke, same thing.
I don't think you always die necessarily.
I mean, not always, but like you pass out or something. You have to be, revived, taken care of, whatever it is. And you wake up afterwards and they're like, you had a heart attack. I'm like, dope. Right? I'm like, I mean, not dope that I had a heart attack, but dope that I'm alive, right? Like, oh, sweet, I didn't die. Nice. Okay. But like appendicitis is that like, it's that like stomach cramp. And then it's like, oh God, is this my appendix trying to kill me? Or do I just have to shit? And then so I go sit on the toilet because I try to talk myself out of it. And then I just worry. And I'm not even going to lie, I looked into just having my appendix just like an appendectomy, like just voluntarily. Yeah. And turns out they just won't do it. They're like, basically, unless you have appendicitis, we're not going to waste our time.
Oh, no, it hurts now.
I'm like, I will pay you to remove it so I just don't have to worry about that ever coming up. And they're like, well, there's a good chance it might never come up. And I'm like, that is not a good enough chance for me. It needs to be 100% that it will never happen.
Okay.
Like, I'm getting myself worked up just thinking about it. I'm sweating right now, honestly. Like,
I've convinced myself I have a bellyache.
I'm like starting to think, like, I'm drinking coffee. Maybe I just have to fart. But I don't know what it is. And then the stress doesn't help. I'm like, is this part of it? I don't know. That's probably my biggest fear. Other than that, it's like needles don't bug me, blood doesn't bug me, heights don't bother me. I'm not trying to say like I'm fearless or anything like that. I think I'm just very naive. I don't, until something does hurt me, it's really hard for me to like imagine the ways that this could hurt me. You know what I mean?
Really nice.
Like heights, like I never even consider that I could fall. I'm like hanging off of the side of a building. I'm going on that slide, that glass slide that's like 40 stories in the air. I'm just like, this is dope, dude. Like it never crosses my mind that thing could break, that I could fall.
See, and if I was doing that, I'd just be like, I feel bad for the janitor.
Why? Because you're pissing yourself?
Yeah. At least.
At least piss. If not shit, maybe vomit.
I don't think I would vomit. I think I should hold it in.
Wow.
So, our trash doesn't get taken out at nighttime.
Yeah?
Because the dumpsters are in the back corner of our apartment where it's dark and fucking spooky.
Oh, you mean like you don't take
Correct.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like that was like a rule. Like, okay, our like complex doesn't allow this.
Yeah,
whatever.
no, the raccoons, they're rabid. You go back there at night.
They like made us sign a paper when we first moved in that after 9 o'clock you will not take your garbage out. Don't even think about it. It can wait. All right? You don't know about rabies until you've got rabies.
I saw those raccoons pounce on a lady. That shit was terrifying.
Whenever I think of raccoons, I don't think of like the scariest raccoons can be. I think of like those adorable videos online of them like eating grapes. And I'm like, oh my god, that's so cute.
Did you see the cotton candy one?
A raccoon eating cotton candy?
Almost.
Oh, where it's in the puddle and it like dissolves and it just like holds its hands like sand falling through its finger. At least he's smart about it, right? He knows that he's digging through the garbage. You gotta clean it, right? I mean, he just doesn't know that it's cotton candy.
That is the best video on earth. It's up there at least.
I don't know. I'm trying to think of more fears that I could even potentially have, and
Other people driving, but like while I'm in the car.
yeah. But that's like, okay, so when I think of like fears, like you talk about like being afraid of the dark, like snakes, I think of like a phobia, like something that like makes you kind of like, it gives you that like weird like shiver up your spine, you know, like it's like, ooh, like it grosses you out and it like makes you afraid. Like people say like they're afraid of the ocean or something like that. Like I mean like open ocean, like when you're like swimming and like you look down and you can't see the bottom. Like people are afraid of that. Like
That's spooky.
yeah, and see that's one thing. I can understand how it's like that might like kind of stress you out. Like, yeah, if I'm in the open ocean and like I'm swimming, I'm probably gonna be stressed out only because I'm not built for this.
That's fair.
But I don't think I'd be like afraid of it. I would just be thinking to myself like, okay, how am I gonna get out of this situation?
I mean, you're afraid of the unknown at that point. So
Yeah,
it's
right.
beneath you.
Yeah, I mean, well, I'm less afraid of like what is beneath me and more afraid of my survival at that point. Like, am I gonna make it out of this situation?
Yeah, that's fair.
Right. I think that's what I'm most afraid of. Is just like, am I gonna make it out of this situation or not? Like,
I'm more afraid of if whatever's going to happen, if it takes a really long time. Like, if
Yeah.
I'm going to die, I want to be real quick.
oh yeah, no, I agree. I think that's what scares me so much about appendicitis is that slow buildup, and there's the potential that I won't make it to the doctor in time for them to take it out, and then
That's fair.
just the slow realization that like, well, I can't be helped now. All right, well, I had a good one. Well, I got
up.
yeah, I got about like 3 minutes. I'd say let's go grab a cup of coffee. I don't know, like let's just kind of hang out. I don't know.
I would gladly meet you for a cup of coffee.
Yeah, if I can only hope that say the situation ever happens, if I were to call you, that you would be willing to just drive over as soon as possible, just to shoot the shit with me for my last minutes.
As long as you get off of the toilet and like put your pants back on.
Yeah, well, I would probably still be on the toilet just out of hopes, like holding out hopes that it's just a really big shit that's having a hard time coming out.
Well, I have a request of you then.
Oh, okay.
2 cups, some string.
2
At
cups
the
and some
ready.
string.
Yep.
Oh, so we can like talk to each other with the door closed?
Uh-huh.
Well, you know that we have cell phones.
If you're going out, might as well have a story with it.
Oh, okay.
Hey, he demanded I used cups with string. Like I could barely hear what he was saying, but
Oh, so you're just gonna talk shit
it's
about me?
what
I
he
promise.
wanted. Well, absolutely. You're the dumbass that didn't go to the doctor for appendicitis.
Well, I tried.
Trying to shit's not trying to do with the doctor, homie. Another thing I'm afraid of? Medical bills.
Yeah, no, that's... I think the majority of my fears are, like, just being an adult. Like, having to take care of myself.
Like, I got my colonoscopy bill.
Yeah?
They sent 3 separate bills. And the first one comes, like, oh, $200. That sucks, but whatever. Cool.
Sure.
And then I call them because I got a call from a debt collector. And I'm like, how the hell is this already going to collections if I just got the bill?
Yeah, damn.
Turns out that was a scam. I gave him my debit card information.
Wait, the $200...
No, the
bill
$200
or
was a
the
real one.
number?
But then I got a call from collections. And like, listen, we'll call this even if you just give us $150. I'm like, tight.
Dude, 150 for 200. I'll
like,
take
how do I know
it.
this is real? Like, how are you really collections? They're like, well, here's your birthday. I'm like, oh shit. Wasn't one of my better moments. So yeah, they took my money and I had to call the bank and currently dealing with that. But then I called the real hospital to deal with the real bill.
Right.
And I'm like,
that's still there.
yeah, it's real.
Yeah, it's real,
Like, yo,
not the 150. Yeah.
How much do I owe you guys? And they're like, $800. And I say, what? Because this bill says $220. I don't think we're on the same page. Well, there's that one bill for $220, and then you have this one and that one. But I had one procedure.
Why'd they split it up?
Because one's for the hospital, one's for the doctor, and then one's just for the procedure.
I've never had it split up like that. I have only ever gotten one big bill, and like they break it down for me and tell me what goes to what, but they've got a total on it at the end.
Yeah, well, this is my first one that I've ever dealt with as an adult.
Okay, well.
So I say, oh, and then she goes, is that okay? I'm like, not really. How do people afford to see you guys?
What kind of question is that? Is that okay? You know what? Why don't we bring that down to the 220 that I saw, and then you know what? We'll just call it okay.
I'm like, is there any way I can just pay you some now and some later for the rest of my life? Since that's how long this is going to take.
God, that's how hospital bills work.
And then she's like, well, how much do you want to pay? I'm like, $100, I guess? I don't know.
None?
Preferably. I'm like, I can't afford to see you guys ever again, so... She's like, well, let me just... And you hear the keyboard tapping. She goes,
Sure.
I guess 100's enough. Just make sure you pay us more.
I guess.
Yeah, she's like, that qualifies you to make monthly payments.
I was going to say, have you ever heard of a payment plan? What the fuck?
Yeah. I was like, fuck. How much did they want?
Yeah, we got Olivia's bill for giving birth.
Oh, goodness.
And let me just, like, dissuade you from ever wanting a child.
Don't you worry. It's already there.
It's very, very expensive.
It's the word on the street.
And, yeah, it's basically the same way. It's like they send you this big bill and, like, they charge you for, like, the pillows used. And, like every needle that was used. And, like, what really takes my cakes, man, what really grabs my yams here is that like when you're in the hospital, their bedside manner is just, it's so good. Or maybe I mean I've said it, I just said it, maybe I'm just so naive that like I didn't see it, but like they're like, people talk about car salesmen like being sketchy, but man, hospitals, dude. Nurses. The bedside manner, they make it sound like they are doing you like all the favors in the freaking world.
They are saving
and
your
they're like,
life.
let me get you another pillow. Do you want some Tylenol? Do you want like a meal? And stuff like that.
Some milkshakes? We got milkshakes.
Yeah, they're offering you everything, and they're offering me stuff, and I'm not even the one in the hospital. I'm like, oh hell yeah, I'll take a Tylenol. What the fuck? $400 a pill. I'm not even joking you. It's like on the bill. Mm-hmm. They're like Tylenol, $400 a piece, and I'm like, what? They're like pillows, $50 a piece, 8 of them, and like 2 of them were for me. And I'm like, I didn't need those pillows. Can I just like take those all? Like, can I just like, I regret everything. I didn't need those pillows.
So what you're telling me is when Katie has a baby, goes to the hospital, I bring my own pillows, my own needles,
blankets,
my own Tylenol,
yeah,
my own
needles,
morphine.
Exactly. They're going to love it
when you pull out for the baby.
A backpack full of morphine and needles.
Yep.
They're going to love that.
I'll bring my own nurses down every time one comes in. No, I got it.
I got this.
Uh-huh.
And, like, you got, like, your beard and everything.
Yeah,
you have, like, unbuttoned all the way down. And they're like, who the hell is this guy?
And just, like, above her hips. I just have my phone set up with YouTube video how to birth a baby.
And you're just like, this is nasty.
But saving money.
But saving money, right?
All right, let's do it.
And then, like, they get, like, mad at you if you suggest doing something other than what they want you to do. And then, like, so you're like, oh, okay, that's fine. Like you're the expert here. I'm going to go with what you want, right? And then they charge you more for what they wanted to do.
Like what? What's your...
Like, so there's different ways to give birth, right? There's different, like, positions. There's different areas, like, places in the hospital. Like, there's different... Basically, there's different amounts of, like, doctors, whatever you could do, and they act like it's your choice. And then when you go in to, like, make the decision, they basically bully you into picking, like, the one they want you to pick. And then afterwards, once you get to see the bill, you see where it could have been cheaper another way.
So you could do, like, a water birth.
Yeah, exactly. You can do, like, different stuff like that. Like, you can do, like, and there's, like, different, like, techniques that they can use where, like, some of them you can apparently be, like, on all fours. And, like, you do it, like backwards, apparently, or something like that. I don't know. Like, there's different ways to do it, and they cost different amounts.
That's terrifying.
Right?
Why don't I do old-fashioned just, no, baby fell out.
Yeah, well, and then there's, like, epidurals and shit. Well, okay, hold on. Babies don't just fall out.
Have you not seen that TV show? I didn't know I was pregnant. There's like, well, I was taking a piss. Now there's a baby.
I didn't know I was pregnant?
Yeah, you've never seen that?
That's a TV show?
Yeah, it's just a fat lady's like, oh no. Then...
Wait, hold on. A fat lady just doesn't know she's pregnant and it falls out?
Have you not seen this
show? Is this like TLC?
It's TLC. Yeah.
Is this seriously TLC?
Yeah.
I love that I was able to just guess the channel there.
Well,
that sounds like, is it on Hulu?
I don't know.
I gotta watch this.
I don't search for it.
I want to see this. That sounds incredible. How do you not know you were pregnant?
Watch the show, man. Answers all your questions.
I'm so excited. Can we just be done? Like, I got a show to watch.
I have like 4 more minutes. We'll be fine. We meet our time requirement.
That sounds like the best show ever.
Well, yeah, watch it. Let me know.
That sounds like, just to bring it all back, right? That sounds like a fear right there. Is like being pregnant and not even realizing it. Okay, so hold on. Like, this is gonna sound horrible, but like, are the babies okay, or is this like?
To tell you the truth,
huh?
No fucking clue.
Oh, you don't even know. I'm like so worried now that like the whole show is gonna be about, like, it's gonna be like a documentary, and then it's gonna be like the baby didn't make it, and I'm like, oh god.
I would say they're kind of like normal like ER shows where it's like a dramatic recreation of it. I don't know for a fact though. But Katie used to watch that show, and then is just always convinced she is pregnant.
Really?
Yep. So.
And she's like worried that like she like is pregnant and like doesn't know it, but she desperately wants to find out.
I guess so. Yeah.
She just like forever thinks she's pregnant. So
it was. I guess that it was around the time she was watching the show, like when I saw the toilet snake thing. That's her toilet snake.
Sure. Okay. Like. So basically, like, just the moral of the story is just stay off the internet. Like, stop watching things that are going to, like, give you a fear.
Yeah, that's fair.
Right? I mean, like, we'll see. Okay, perfect example. I totally forgot about this one. But, like, so there was a fear that, like, I guess I didn't even know I had. It's like a phobia, technically. And it's, I can't remember what it's even called. But it's, like, one of those things that it was, like, I was on some social media. And it was like...
That's a bad start
right there. Right? It's like, that's a horrible start. Like, I was on social media.
Here and now I have cancer, apparently.
And now I have...
WebMD this shit.
Now I have cancer, and my wife left me, and now I'm pregnant, I didn't even know it. It's like, just horrible shit comes from the internet. But anyway, I was watching some video or something, and it was, like, they're talking about, like, this is a fear that everybody has that you didn't know you had. And I'm like, man, fuck, man, I don't have no fears. Come on, whatever, I'll be okay. And they're like, it's called, and it's like some big dramatic, like, phobia name, like, like the fear of, like, the ocean is called, like, thalassophobia.
I did not.
And, like, fear of spiders is, like, arachnophobia. It's, like, something big and dramatic like that. But it's like, I cannot remember what it's called, but it's basically like when you look at something, and there's, like, a couple of examples of it, like, in nature. There's, like, different plants and different, like, things, but it's like little tiny holes all over something. And, like, in a certain pattern that, like, makes it look gross. And it's one of the only things that, like, I can just look at a picture and it just makes my skin crawl. I hate it.
Have you never seen a picture of a fat lady?
Oh, God. No, I mean, like, actually, like it genuinely, like, gives me the creeps. Like, it is, like...
I know.
It's like so scary, and I gotta figure out what it is.
Yeah, tell me about that.
Put
it on the Twitter.
I'm not gonna put it on the Twitter because I don't want to freaking frighten anyone. Our 5 followers, I don't want to frighten them.
Which we like very much, especially if they were good people and donated on Patreon.
I appreciate all of them, but they're honestly just all other podcast channels. So I appreciate you guys still, but yeah, no. I can't remember what it is. I won't put it there. I will send it to you if I can find. I'll ask Olivia. She remembers this stuff. But it's one of the very few things, like I said, that I can just look at a picture of it, or I can even just think about it. And like just thinking about it now,
I need to know.
It's another one of those things where it's like I don't know if it's scary really, but it like sends a shiver up your spine. It's just gross. I hate it.
Like pictures of Slender Man.
Yeah, it's like when you see those like supernatural photos where it's like those YouTube videos like when you're like getting real lost in YouTube like 2:34 a.m. You're following those trails of recommended and you end up on Mothman videos and Slender Man and all this weird shit. And then like they show you this video and there's like a bunch of blurs and it stops and it's like, did you see it? And I'm like, no, what was it? They put the big ass red circle on it and then you just start freaking out in the dark.
Thing ever.
Yes, you start freaking out in the dark in your room because you're like, this is it. Mothman's real and he's gonna kill everybody. Like this, there's no way around it.
We did that too much.
What?
Watching all those.
Oh yeah. I'm convinced that this shit is real. Are you kidding me? Mothman, Slender Man, the what do they call it? The Carolina monster.
I'm not familiar.
I don't know, man. The Mexican one, the chupacabra, whatever that is.
Yeah.
That thing's real. Can't do that. The 2-headed goat thing. Oh god, fuck that. And the
You're well versed.
Yeah, God, I hate these things, man.
Did you know that they have cameras set up all over the Loch Ness Lake and you can watch them 24/7?
Yeah, that is. I have heard that. I also actually, speaking of totally random, but I also read an article that said that what country is it that has that? Ireland or Scotland? One of them. Basically, they have like this like bylaw that exists that basically sets forth a plan that in case the Loch Ness Monster is ever found, they already have it all planned out. It's going to be immediately marked as like an endangered species. They're gonna like take it into like this like place where it's gonna be safe, but they can like do tests on it and see if they can bring the species back, basically. And they have like this whole plan all worked out. And it's like
that's what we need is more monsters.
Well, it's just called a monster. We don't.
Quotation.
You put
use the
air quotes.
Yeah.
Loch Ness monster.
Yeah.
They'll probably name
Nessie.
it something better. Yeah, Nessie, right? They always call it a her for some reason.
Yeah, just like hurricanes. They'll fuck you up.
Yeah? Hold on. How is Loch Ness monster like a hurricane?
The lady name.
Oh, lady names.
Yeah.
Well, what about like, what?
The ones with dude names are never that bad.
Oh, I was going to say they alternate, don't they? Like guys and girls?
Yeah.
And they
it's
follow
always
the
really
alphabet?
bad, and then...
So what about Harvey, right? Isn't that one that just happened?
Amateur hour.
I don't know. I don't really
Katrina.
follow
That
hurricanes.
one sticks with you.
Yeah, no, well, Bush, he was the one that talked about Katrina, so that's why it sticks with me. Mm-hmm. I just imagine him saying Katrina.
Our ninja president.
Yeah, exactly, right? Don't throw a shoe at him, dude. He'll get your ass.
I showed that video to my grandparents recently.
Yeah?
I'm impressed.
They're not impressed?
Uh-huh.
Did they not see it when it happened? Are they like 16 years behind?
I wouldn't be surprised.
I was going to say,
we're
like 2 presidents from that.
They still pickle a lot of shit.
They still what?
They pickle everything.
Like sticking things in like brine?
Yeah.
Why?
Old people, man.
Old people, man. Old people and pickling things, dude.
Does it really need an explanation?
What? Like, hold on. What do they pickle?
Everything.
Like what? Give me an example.
Well,
besides cucumbers.
I'm not going to say cucumbers. So, I got a couple different cans, all right?
Are you serious? They give them as like gifts?
Yeah. So I had some apple butter, which was really nice. That one, that's cool. That's whatever. It wasn't like a brine or anything, but it was, mason jarred.
Oh, I was like, we're talking about pickling. I'm like, wait, they
then
pickled
another one.
butter.
Yeah.
I was like, how?
It happens. So the next one was cauliflower, baby corn, and I want to say squash.
Yeah?
Just soggy, jello-y mess. It was awful. Nothing had any character to it anymore. It was just slimy goop.
That sounds like the worst thing I've ever heard.
It was awful.
That's a new fear of mine. That's it.
I have a tandem. I'll bring it over. I'll scare the shit out of you.
You broke me. Do not show it to me. But you can post them on Twitter, right? Keep the people involved.
Yeah.
I
should probably download Twitter on my phone.
I do want to see what it looks like. I take it back.
I'll bring it over to your house.
No, I mean a picture of it because I don't want to see it in person.
So it's not just seeing it. You have to like use a fork and touch it.
Oh God, no! I'll throw up.
Really?
No, but it'll gross me out.
Yeah, that's fine. Tis the season.
Yeah, no, that's...
Stick your hand in there. It's eyeballs.
Oh, God. Isn't that peeled grapes?
Yeah.
They should pickle grapes.
The worst part is they would. Nothing is off limits.
Oh.
So,
Gang.
Game.